We all know the classic real estate post-sale photo. Successful agent, happy vendors standing next to a sold sign with a bottle of champagne in hand. While it captures the elation of a great result, there's one small problem in this often used image. It overlooks the hard work that went on behind the scenes. I'm sat here today with experienced agents Steve Hood and Sarah Jane Kingston to discuss laying the groundwork for a successful sale. And Sarah Jane, tell us a little bit about how you go about laying the groundwork for a successful sale in these tricky times that we find ourselves in at the moment.
Okay, so there's pretty much 5 steps that we work through when we sit down and talk to vendors about bringing their property to the market. We discuss your goals, we get you ready and well informed of the process of what happens once you come to the market. And we listen carefully to everything that you expect of us to be able to do for you at that time as well. We appraise your property. So by that, we give you a comparative market analysis, which gives you an accurate estimate about where we would see the property selling in the current market at the time. Organise all of your legal documents so that we have all the clauses necessary for buyers to take to their lawyers to get approval for their funding, for finance for the property, and make sure that we don't miss out a clause and that a sale could fall through because of something like that. We go through your marketing plan with you. We finalise all of the different platforms of, say, social media, print, advertising that you want to engage in, making sure that we're not going to miss one little part of the market that might be containing a buyer that might fall in love with your property and buy it. And we help with all the final touches as well to bring your property to the market. We can get staging people come in and give you quotes and work with them, or tradespeople to come in and do minor renovations for you to make your property 100% presentation ready. And yeah, just working through that process with you so that we're holding your hand all the way.
Amazing. Just a few bits and bobs to go through then.
Just a little bit.
Sounds easy.
And in the tough market, obviously problems arise left, right and centre. And it's important to have an agent on board that's able to solve those problems. And Steve's had experience quite recently of particularly tricky sales, but getting them across the line very well as usual. So Steve, why don't you talk a little bit about that?
Well, it can be challenging, and yeah, on a changing market, people get a little bit stressed. So you've got to nurse them through and be resilient, be able to just work through any dilemma that comes up. But like Sarah Jane says, we try and have everything sorted in advance. But if there is a hiccup, problem solving is important. So Sarah Jane and I have been doing this for years, me a bit longer. But what we do, for example, is with the house we just sold, they had a building inspection, there were some issues raised. Okay, so what do? Do you let the deal fall over, or do you look at the problems, itemise it, and then try and address it and resolve it? So it's negotiating, but it's also potentially getting second opinions. So that's where we might call an expert. For example, we had one recently where we had an issue with drainage. So we had a drainage expert come in, and he did his own report, and we essentially disproved the issues that were raised, right? Now that saved the vendor significant money when it came to negotiating, and it also stops the deal from potentially falling over. But that's just one example of many.
Absolutely. And a great example of good contacts in the local area as well. People that really know the properties, know the style in which they're built, and the property and the land on which they're based as well. Really comes into making sure the right decisions are made.
Well, that's again from woe to go. It's just having connections. And there's people that you've built up rapport with over the years that you trust implicitly. So whether it's a stager, a handyman, groundsperson, whatever you need, generally we have those resources we can suggest to you. You can obviously source your own. But these people are skilled, reasonably priced, and respond quickly to get problems solved, get you the best price we can possibly get on the market, get your house sold.
So I think that's given a good idea as to how we'll lay the groundwork for your successful sale moving forward. Please do give us a call at Bath and Thompson Remuera.
Sarah Jane, Steve.
or any of our fantastic team.